So with the remainder of my time today, I want to focus on 5 areas where we can do more. Number 1, let's do more to expand trade and commerce that creates good jobs for our people. You know, we already buy more of your exports than any country in the world. We sell more of our exports to Mexico than we do to Brazil, Russia, India, and China combined. Mexican companies are investing more in the United States, and we're the largest foreign investor in Mexico because we believe in Mexico and want to be a partner in your success. So guided by the new economic dialogue that President Peña Nieto and I announced yesterday, let's do more to unlock the true potential of our relationship. Let's keep investing in our roads and our bridges and our border crossings so we can trade faster and cheaper. Let's help our smaller businesses, which employ most of our workers, access new markets and new capital. The big markets right across the border. Let's empower our young entrepreneurs as they create startup companies that can transform how we live. And let's realize the Trans-Pacific Partnership this year so our 2 nations can compete and win in the fast-growing markets of the Asia-Pacific. If the United States and Mexico are working together, we can sell a whole lot of things on the other side of the Pacific Ocean, where the fastest-growing economies are taking off right now. So that's number 1. Number 2, let's not just sell more things to each other, let's build more things together. So with many of our companies operating in both countries, parts are now being shipped back and forth across the border as they're assembled. So every day, U.S. and Mexican workers are building things together, whether it's crafts, whether it's cars, or aircraft, or computers, or satellites. And I think this is only the beginning. Given the skills of our workers, it makes even more sense for companies around the world to set up shop in the United States and set up shop in Mexico, and as Mexico reforms, we're going to be able to do more business together and sell more goods around the world. And the more that our companies collaborate, the more competitive they'll be. And the entire hemisphere will benefit because of those links and chains that have been created between our 2 countries. Number 3, as we secure our economic future, let's secure our energy future, including the clean energy that we need to combat climate change. You know, our nations are blessed with boundless natural beauty, from our coastlines and farmlands to your tropical forests. But climate change is happening. The science is undeniable. And so is the fact that our economies must become greener. So in the United States, we've made historic commitments to clean and renewable energy, like solar and wind power. And we've made a commitment to reduce the emission of harmful carbon pollution. And here in Mexico, you're a leader in cutting carbon emissions and helping developed countries do the same. So together, let's keep building new energy partnerships by harnessing all these new sources. And by the way, creating the good jobs that come with these new technologies. And let's keep investing in green buildings and technologies that make our entire economy more efficient, but also make our planet cleaner and safer for future generations. Number 4, and this part of staying competitive, let's do more together in education so our young people have the knowledge and skills to succeed. You know, here in Mexico, you've made important progress with more children staying in school longer and record numbers of students like you getting a university education. Just imagine how much the students of our 2 countries could do together, how much we could learn from each other. And that's why President Peña Nieto and I announced a new partnership in higher education to encourage more collaboration between our universities and our university students. So we're going to focus on science and technology, on engineering and mathematics. And this is part of my broader initiative called 100,000 Strong in the Americas. We want 100,000 students from the United States studying in Latin America, including Mexico, and we want 100,000 Latin American students, including Mexican students, to come to study in the United States of America, because when we study together and we learn together, we work together, and we prosper together. That's what I believe. And finally, to help spark prosperity in both our countries, let's truly invest in innovation and research and development together. Now, here in Mexico, you're now a global leader in graduating engineers and technicians. One of Mexico's leading scientists, Rafael Navarro Gonzalez, is helping analyze data from the rover that we've landed on Mars. So together, let's remember that every dollar, every peso that we invest in research and development returns so much more to our economies in jobs and opportunity, new products, new services. And that's why I'm calling for us to forge new partnerships in aerospace and IT and nanotechnology and biotechnology and robotics. Let's answer the hope of a young woman, a student at the National Polytechnic Institute, who spoke for so many in your generation, so eager to make your mark. She said, "Give us jobs as creators. Give us jobs as creators." You know, sometimes young people are known as just consumers of goods, but we want young people creating the new products, the next big thing that will change how we live our lives. So that's the agenda that I want to pursue. And I understand that there are those, both here in Mexico and elsewhere in Latin America, but also back home in the United States, who are skeptical of progress, who maybe doubt the capacity for us to make the most of this moment. There are always cynics who say, "Oh, this is too hard. The headwinds you face are too stiff." They say Mexico's been here before. We look like we're making progress. We're looking at a bright horizon on the verge of great possibility, but then we get blown off course. And it's true that nothing is inevitable. Progress and success is never guaranteed. The future that you dream of, the Mexico you imagine, it must be built, it must be earned. Nobody else can do it for you. Only you can earn it. You are the future. As Nervo wrote in La Raza de Bronce, "Tú eres el sueño, you are the dream."